going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of LaChat called Murder She Spoke. And in case y'all don't know who LaChat is, I'll be kind of surprised, but in case you don't know, LaChat is a female rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. She's well known for the track Chicken Heads with Project Pat and Baby Mama with 3 6 Mafia. This right here is her first album under Hypnotize Minds. She came out with several other albums. I'll try to review those in the near future. And this is the real deal. Y'all know how I do. And I'm going to review that Choices soundtrack. This is the movie, and I have the movie as well. I'll review that in case y'all didn't miss it. Let's go with the credits who made the beats for the album. The producers was DJ Paul and Juicy J, and then the features was pretty much 3 6 Mafia, Hypnotize Camp Posse. She didn't have any outside features really, as far as I know. That's it. Let's go with the songs now. And I'm gonna zoom it in here. Alright, so the first one is just an intro, and it's just Paul and Juice just talking and stuff. And then Don't Sing It. This is a really dope track from LaChat, and she comes through with some dope verses on there. They got a little sample of Project Pat, and that sound on there is sampled from, I believe, Puppet Master, if I'm not mistaken. But that beat goes in, man. Definitely a banger for y'all to peep, you know what I'm saying? The next one is called Crumb to a Brick. This song is dope as well. I catch myself singing this song to myself every once in a while. I'm sure Juicy J produced this track right here. And LaChat comes through with some really nice verses there. Like I said, that beat is pretty crunk and all that stuff. You Ain't Mad, Is Ya? This is another nice track from LaChat. This was considered her single. This features DJ Paul and Juicy J. And there's a video for this song as well. I'll put that link in the description box for those who are unfamiliar with it. I remember when this video came out, man, we used to get crunk, we used to get bucked to this song, man. LaChat first verse goes off, man. He said, you flogging like you want just because you got a cell phone. You know what I mean? Now keep in mind, this came out in 2001. This when cell phones was almost starting to be a thing, those flip phones and all that stuff. But she comes through with a dope verse. Paul and Juice come through with a solid verses, and LaChat did her thing towards the end. And also to add, that hook is really catchy. I love that. You ain't mad, is ya? Love to shake the thing and back it up. You ain't mad, is ya? I mean, it went hard. Then Ghetto Ballin'. This is a really dope track from LaChat, and this features DJ Paul and Juicy J. And I'm gonna be honest, man, I didn't like this song at first because I was like, this song is too slow, you know what I mean? And then after a while, it grew on me. I started to like it a lot more. Paul and Juice come through with some pretty nice verses, and then LaChat come through with a dope verse, and that beat is pretty nice, man. I like that little bass line on there. Slob on My Cat intro and Slob on My Cat. This pretty much is a somewhat remake of the Slob on My Knob. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of those tracks, but if you like it, I'm sure you will like this one as well. Salt Shakers Hotline, which is a crazy skit, and then that track Salt Shakers. This is a really nice beat. Salt Shakers, if y'all don't know what that means someone that's pretty much hating on you and pretty much trying to salt shake your game, pretty much. The track is solid for the most part. LaChat comes up with some solid verses. The beat is nice though. Smoke With Ya is a really nice track, man. I really dig this track. LaChat comes through with some nice verses. She only has 2 on there, and the beat is pretty dope. The hook is really nice as well. I used to play this song like crazy, man. Peanut Butter is another dope track from LaChat. That beat is crunk as hell. I don't know where they sampled that part from on the beat, but It's dope, man. LeChat comes through with some really great verses there. I don't even know the saying of peanut butter. I know it's probably a bad thing because he says she's a peanut butter mother effer nappy weave. You know what I mean? I don't know if she's dissing a certain chick. I'm not too sure, but it's a dope track though. You Claiming You're Real. This features Project Pat. To be honest, man, I thought I was gonna really dig this song, and the beat is solid. LeChat comes through with some solid verses. Project Pat came through with a dope verse though. Love to Get High. This is a blazing ass track from LeChat, man. I mean, she goes in on this song. And if you know what the song is about, getting high, smoking, you know, that good stuff. And Crunchy Black is on the hook of this song. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. When they sample Crunchy Black on a hook, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be classic material. And that's exactly what just happened with this song. Love to Get High, man. Roll to Get High, man. Something like that. It goes hard. That beat is just straight up crunk. Even if you don't smoke, this is pretty much easily one of the best tracks off of the album. Then Make Some. This is a pretty solid track. LeChat just talking about, you know, doing some dirt, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. The track is pretty solid though. Ain't No Nig. This is another blazing track, man, from LeChat. And this song features Crunchy Black on there. And the sample on here is from Crunchy Black as well, and it's another dope ass sample. The beat is blazing on here, but LeChat come through with a dope ass verse, and Crunchy Black, he actually comes through with a blazing ass verse. Probably one of his best verses ever. You know what I mean? Another dope ass track y'all should peep out. Definitely a banger. Then the next one is called Ned Coming Clean. This song is sampled from one of DJ Paul old songs from the underground tape days. And LeChat she did a little twist on here. She just talking about she's doing dirt stuff like that. What kind of beat do you want? This track is solid for the most part. It's a solid beat, and I don't trust them boys. The beat goes nice, but the verses, it's decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. The next one is called Yeah I Rob. Now this is another dope ass sample from Crunchy Black. I can't remember, I think it's from the Where the Cheese At with Crunchy Black solo. And that sample, like I said, every time they sample Crunchy Black, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a classic sample, which it came through. The beat goes in, the chat comes through with some dope ass verses, man. I mean, it goes in. Easily another one of my personal favorite tracks off the album. Then the last one is called Wolfpack, well, close to the last one. This is pretty much a posse song. This has Frazier Boy on it, Gangsta Boo, DJ Paul, Juicy J, Lord Infamous, may he rest in peace. And I believe that's it. But it's a pretty solid beat, and they come through with some pretty good verses. And DJ Paul taking shots at former members of his camp. And then LeChat comes through with a nice verse and finished it off. It's a pretty good track from them guys. And then the last one is just an introduction, and they just talking about upcoming releases, all that stuff. So that's all the songs that I reviewed for this album. To rate this out of a 10, I will give this a solid, well, I would give it an 8.5 to a 9, so 8.75 out of a 10. LeChat does a really good job of the production part, and she comes through with some great verses throughout the whole album. Now, I think they have this on the streams, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I'm not too sure, but I have the CD here. And this song, this album is a great grabber if you're into Memphis rap, or if you're a LeChat fan. This is like a beginning of how she was going to like really portray herself as. So to make this the overall summary, I would pick this joint up if you get the chance to, or if you can find it on the streams. I'm not gonna put her personal business out there, but I actually spoke to LeChat about this album, but I'm not gonna put it out there. That's it though. Shout out to LeChat for coming out with a dope album. That's it. Shout out to all the features and the producers. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. Alright, peace out guys.